Today, we're here at the Chancery Court for Bradley County in Cleveland, Tennessee, to talk about something incredibly important: probate. But hold on, before you click that video of someone making ice cream sandwiches, I know that probate might not be the most exciting topic, but if you're a millennial, it is crucial to understand this process to help guide your parents and ensure that everything is taken care of when the time comes. I promise you'll get more out of this video than you would watching some scare pranks or cats tossing things off the table. So let's get into it. So what exactly is probate? Probate is the legal process that takes place after someone passes away, and it involves several key steps. We're going to break it all down for you step by step right here from the heart of where it all happens. Now, step one is going to be validating the will. We want to ensure that the deceased's will is legally recognized. Step two is going to be inventorying the assets. We're going to list out all of the assets that the deceased owned. Step three is going to be paying those pesky bills and taxes. We're going to want to settle any outstanding debts and taxes that are owned by the estate. And step four is going to be distributing the remaining assets. So finally, we start distributing what's left to the beneficiaries named in the will. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it can be quite complex and time-consuming. In Tennessee, this process can take anywhere from a few months to over a year, depending on the size and complexity of the estate. After a loved one passes away, the first step is going to be filing a petition with the probate court to open the probate process. Now, this is usually done by the executor named in the will, and if there isn't a will, the court will appoint an administrator. The court's then going to issue letters of testamentary or letters of administration that are going to grant the executor or administrator the legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. Now, when filing the petition to open probate, here's what typically happens and what might be needed. The petition to open probate is usually filed with the probate court in the county where the deceased resided. This is going to often be part of the local county courthouse. The documentation that you're going to need are going to be the official death certificate. And if there's a will, you're going to want to bring that too. And there may be some other specific state and county required forms that have to be completed, and they are often going to be available right on the court's website. I would also say that seeking legal assistance is going to prove really valuable right here. While it is totally possible to DIY all this stuff and file the petition yourself, I would really advise that you consult with an estate attorney. An attorney can help ensure that all of the necessary documents are prepared correctly and can provide guidance throughout the whole probate process. Now, let's talk about how probate affects real estate. If your parents own property, it will be part of the probate process unless specific measures are taken to avoid it. This means that property cannot be sold or transferred until probate is complete. And during this time, the estate is going to be responsible for maintenance costs, property taxes, and making sure that the mortgages get paid. Now, this can be a financial burden and also cause some significant delays. Now, why can't the property be sold or transferred until probate is complete? Well, it's because the court needs to ensure that all of the debts and taxes are paid and that the property is distributed according to the will or the state law. Selling or transferring property prematurely could violate these requirements and lead to some legal complications that nobody wants. Another consideration for real estate and probate is going to be understanding that the probate process might affect the property's marketability and value. And how probate might affect these things is that the probate process needs to conclude before a property can be sold, and that can take months. During this time, you'll need to ensure, as I'd said, that the property is maintained, the insurance is current, and with how fast the market moves, we could be in a seller's market when the property starts in the probate process, and then at the end, We could be in a buyer's market where the value of the home may have flattened out or even decreased. So why should you and your parents aim to avoid probate? Avoiding probate can save time, reduce costs, and maintain privacy. Here are some common methods to avoid probate. A living trust is going to allow assets to be transferred directly to beneficiaries without going through probate. As an example, which is what happened with my own mother, let's say that your mother sets up a living trust and places her home in it. When she passes away, the home is going to be immediately transferred to you as the beneficiary without the need for probate. Now, this can save months of waiting and significant legal fees. And as I said before, if the property is held in joint tenancy with rights of survivorship, it's automatically going to pass down to the surviving owner. And this is common with married couples. And now, to help facilitate this conversation, here are some questions that you could ask your parents. Like, who did you have help to draft your will and trust? Or who have you designated as beneficiaries on your accounts and policies? You could also ask, have you considered how your assets will be distributed and if they will go through probate? These questions can help ensure their wishes are followed and reduce the burden on the family. Talking to your parents about estate planning can be tough, but it is a crucial conversation to have. Here are some tips to make it a little bit easier. You want to start with expressing your concern for their wishes and the future of their estate. Now remember, their whole lives have likely been spent making sure that your life was easier than theirs. And now this may not always be the case, but most parents that I've known have felt this way. And ask them some questions. Ask if they have a will or a trust in place, and if they've considered the probate implications. Do they have an attorney that's been helping them prepare? Maybe you could get a planning guide on Amazon to help guide them along the process. And share some information with them. Share some of the things that you've learned about probate and how it can have an impact on real estate. Let your parents know that you truly care about helping to make their lives easier and, in turn, making things easier for everyone else after they've passed. Here are some more questions to encourage that dialogue. You could ask, what are your thoughts about what you'd like to have happen with your property and other assets when you're no longer here? Or, what is your plan for how to handle your estate to potentially avoid probate? And you could also ask, how can I help in reviewing your estate plan to ensure that everything is in order? It is all about making sure that their legacy is handled the way that they want, while also reducing the stress on the family. Now, to wrap this up, understanding probate and how it affects real estate is key for anyone, especially us millennials with some aging parents. Taking steps to avoid probate can save time, money, and stress, and is not just about the legal processes. It's about really valuing our parents' wishes and ensuring that a smooth transition is there for everyone involved. And look, as we navigate these conversations, it's important to remember that having a compassionate and knowledgeable real estate agent can make a significant difference. I can help guide families through the process of potentially listing an asset for sale even before they pass away, or using a quitclaim deed to gift the property to a relative or into a trust. My fellow 40-somethings, let's take the time to talk to our parents about their end-of-life planning. These discussions, though difficult and challenging to navigate, really are essential in ensuring their peace of mind and our preparedness. When you need any assistance or want to ask some questions about real estate in Tennessee, please reach out to me through the contact info below and also texting the number on the screen right in front of you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's make sure that our parents' legacies are handled with the care and respect that they deserve. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for some more helpful tips on estate planning and selling real estate in the Chattanooga and Cleveland area. Thank you again, and I look forward to talking with you soon.